Act 3. The Ants. It's like this here. What's wrong about them insects, if you think it out, is they've no feller feeling. Each just for himself is what they preach.
Listen to me! Listen to me! The whole world will soon be free!
Thinks he's the world, he does. My hat. These insects all behaves like that. Ridiculous creatures just can't see how small they look to you and me. They make me tired. I'd give my clay gospel I would to get away. Man, these here insects never dream of working on some general scheme.
The crowning hour approaches! Lo! The universe begins to glow!
Tramp, jumping up. God blimey if I haven't struck. The truth, now there's a bit of luck. Insects won't work together. Man will. He can form a general plan. There's something great in him which fights and perishes for the nation's rights. Sits down.
My wings are coming! See, they spread beyond the vast suns overhead!
I've hit it. That's what makes men great, giving their lives up for the state. Man's not half noble, put it straight. Here, what's that biting me? Blimey, there's another of them. It's truth, I sat on an ant heap. Hundreds and thousands, that's what they're playing at, hundreds and thousands. In the meantime, the curtain rises and displays the ant heap. In the center sits a blind ant who counts continuously. Ants with sacks, beans, shovels, etc. run across in time to his counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's that? What you counting for, old boy? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's this here? A warehouse or a factory, isn't it? Hi, what's this for? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's this factory for, I'm asking? Why is this blind fella counting? Oh, he's giving them the time. They all move in time as he counts 1, 2, 3, 4. Like machines. It makes my head swim. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enter chief engineer. Quicker, quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blind ant more quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all move more quickly. What's that? I'm asking you, sir, what's this here factory? What's your business? Business? From which of the ants? I'm a human man, that's what I am. Ants indeed. This is an ant realm. What do you want here? Having a look. Do you want work? Shouldn't mind. Second engineer rushes in. Second engineer.
A discovery! A discovery!
What is it?
A new method of speeding up. Don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. Count blank 2, 3, 4. Blind fellow. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Wrong. Blank 2, 3, 4. Blank 2, 3, 4. Blank 2, 3, 4.
All move more rapidly. Not so fast. Makes me feel giddy.
Who are you?
Stranger in these parts.
Where from?
Chief engineer.
From the humans. Where's the human ant heap?
What?
Where's the human ant heap?
Oh, over there and over there. Everywhere.
Everywhere! Fool!
Are there any humans? Yes, they're called the Lords of Creation. That's what they're called.
Lords of Creation.
We are the Lords of Creation.
Masters of the world.
We're the masters of the world.
The ant realm.
The largest ant state.
A world power.
The largest democracy. What's that?
The world must obey us, and all have to work. All for her,
as she orders. Who's her? The whole of the state. The nation. Why, that's just the same as us. MPs we have and boroughs councillors. That's democracy. Have you got boroughs councillors? No, we have the whole. And who speaks for the whole?
He knows nothing.
The one who orders. She who only issues commands.
She abides in the law. She is nowhere else.
And who gives you orders? Reason.
Law.
The interests of the state.
That's it, that's it.
I like that. All for the whole and the whole for all. For its majesty.
And against its enemies.
What's that? Against whom? Against all.
We are surrounded by enemies.
We defeated the black ants
and starved out the brown
and subjugated the greys, and only the yellows are left. We must starve out the yellows.
We must starve them all out.
Why? In the interest of the whole.
The interests of the whole are the highest.
Interest of race.
Industrial interests.
Colonial interest.
World interest. Interest of the world. Yes, that's it.
All interests are the wholes.
Nobody may have interests but the whole.
Interest preserves the whole.
And wars nourish it.
You've warlock ants.
He knows nothing. Our ants are the most peaceful ants. A nation of peace, a labor state. They only wish for world power because they wish for world peace. In the interest of the peaceable output, and in the interest of progress, in the interest of their interests, when we rule over the world, we shall conquer time. We wish to reign over time. Over what? Time. Time is greater than space. Time has never been mastered. The master of time will be master of all. Slowly, for the love of Mike, slowly, let me think. Speed is the master of time, the taming of time. He who commands speed will rule over time. Blank 2, 3, 4, blank 2, 3, 4, blank 2, 3, 4, blank 2. We must quicken the speed of output, the peace of life. Every movement must be quickened, shortened, calculated to a second, to the nth of a second, so as to save time, so as to increase the output. Work has been too slow. Labor must be carried out unsparingly, ruthlessly, and what's the hurry anyway? The interest of the whole. It is a question of output, questions of power. Peaceful competition. We are fighting the battle of peace. Blank 2, 3, 4. An official approaches the two engineers and makes a report. Blank 2, 3, 4. He must go quicker, why? If I was counting instead of you, I'd make them vermin fly. Quicker, quicker, quicker. We men are just like you. We're all for speed, I tell you. We're counting quicker, too. And if we rush to ruin, we have ourselves to thank. So wake up, old blind fella. Only can count 'em. Blank. 2, 3, 4. Faster, faster. An ant collapses with his load and moans. Tut, tut. What's that? Get up. Another ant next to him bending over. Dead. 1, 2. Carry him away quickly. He died honorably in the cause of speed. How are you lifting him? Too slowly. You're wasting time. Drop him. Now head and feet together. Blank 2, 3. Wrong. Drop him again. Head and feet. Blank 2, 3, 4. Take him away. Blank 2, blank 2, blank 2, 3, 4. Quicker. Anyhow, he died quick enough. Work, work. He who possesses more must work more. He requires more. He has more to defend and more to gain. We are a nation of peace. Peace means work, and work strength, and strength war. Yes, yes. Enter inventor, groping. Out of my way. Step aside. Our inventor. Take care, take care. Don't touch my head. It is glass. It is brittle. It is greater than I am. Keep out of the way, or it will burst, smash, bang. Step aside. How goes it? It hurts me. It's going to burst. I may knock it against the wall. Bang! I can't get my hands around it. I can scarcely carry it. Look out! Do you hear her? Woo! Woo! Chief engineer. What's in it? A machine. A new machine in my head. Oh, a huge machine. Out of the way, out of the way. I'm carrying a machine. What sort of a machine? A war machine. A vast machine, a huge one. The swiftest, most effective crusher of lives. The forefront of progress, the acme of science. Woo, woo, did you hear it? 10,000, 100,000 dead. Woo, woo, it keeps on working. 200,000 dead. Woo, 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 woo. Chief engineer to tramp. A genius, eh? Oh, what a pain. My head's splitting. Out of the way. Don't knock against me. Woo, woo, woo. Exit. Chief engineer. A vast intellect, the greatest of scientists. Nothing serves the state so much as science. Greatest science and it will prevail. There will be war. Tramp. Why war? Because we shall have a new war machine. Because we still need a bit of the world. A bit of the world from the birch tree to the pine tree. The road between the two blades of grass. The only open road to the south. A question of prestige and trade. The rights of nationality. We or the yellows. Never was war more honorable or urgent than the war we must fight. We are prepared. We have only to find a casus belli. Blank 2, 3, 4. A gong. What was that? Voice outside. A messenger! A messenger! Enter messenger. I beg to announce myself from the GHQ Southern Army. Good. In accordance with our instructions, we crossed the frontiers of the Yellows. What then? The Yellows captured me and took me to the commander-in-chief. And? Here is the letter. Show it to me. The government of the Yellow Ants calls upon the ant realm within 3 months to withdraw their army lying between the birch tree and the pine tree between the two blades of grass. Listen to him! This territory compromises the historical, vital, industrial, general, and military interests of our state, so that it rightly belongs to us. An insult! An insult! We shall not tolerate it! Meanwhile, we are giving orders to our army to mobilize. War! War at last! At last war is forced upon us! To arms! To arms! Another messenger runs on. The Yellows are marching across our frontier. To arms! To arms! Mobilization! To arms! Both messengers. To arms! To arms! Alarm sirens from all sides. The ants scramble into the ant heap. Blank 2, 3, 4. Blank 2, 3, 4. Increasing din within. It does you good to see 'em pass, prepared to shed their blood, and just for half a yard of mud between two blades of grass. It does you good to see 'em all so handsome and so spry. They're not afraid to up and die. They've heard the nation's call. It makes you think of them old scenes with star shells overhead.
The night we left 1,000 dead and captured 2 latrines. Now, fellas, dig yourselves right in and stay there till you bust. Them yellers want your yard of dust, and don't you let 'em win.
Chrysalis. They call, they shout, they beat their drums, the world wakes, the great moment comes! Beating of drums. Ants transform themselves into soldiers. Chief Engineer becomes Commander-in-Chief.
Now that's what training does. You're smart, lads, put it there. Crumbs if you're half the ants I take you for, I swear. You'll cop that bit of land afore the yellows cop it. But here's the brass that's coming. I guess I'd better up it. Chief Engineer. Soldiers, we find ourselves compelled to call you to the colours. A wicked enemy has treacherously attacked us for the purpose of outwitting our peaceable preparations. At this great hour, I have been appointed dictator. 3 cheers for the dictator! Shout, boys, or hip hip hooray! Chief Engineer, saluting. Thank you. You have responded to the gravity of the moment. Soldiers, we are fighting for life and liberty, and for the greatness of our state, and for the greatness of our state. We shall wage war for the interest of civilization and our military honor. Soldiers, I am with you to the last drop of my blood. Long live our beloved Commander-in-Chief! Long live our Commander-in-Chief! I know my soldiers. They will fight until the final victory. Long live our gallant men! Hurrah! 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 Chief Engineer to Second Engineer. The 1st and 2nd Division will attack frontally. The 4th will envelop the pine wood and break into the ant heap of the yellows. Women and children will be slaughtered. 3rd Division in reserve. No quarter. 2nd Engineer salutes. May God assist us in this. Soldiers, shun. Right turn. Quick march. Drums. 1, 2. War forced upon us. 1, 2. 1, 2. In the name of justice. No quarter. For your hearths and homes. 1, 2. 1, 2. We are only defending ourselves. War on the world for our greater home country. 1, 2. A ruthless enemy. Will of the nation. To battle. Strike hard. Historical claims. Brilliant spirit of the army. 1, 2. 1, 2. Fresh troops march past. Good luck, soldiers. I shall be behind you. Well done, the 5th. The conquerors of the pine trees. A mighty epic to victory. Conquer the world. Magnificent daring. 1, 2. Well done, 7th. Beat them, soldiers. The yellows are cowards. Hack your way through. Burn, destroy. Heroes! Enter messenger. The yellows have invaded the stretch of country between the roots of the pine tree and the stone, entirely according to plan. Faster, soldiers. 1, 2. War forced on us for honor and glory. Needs of the state. No conception of justice. Soldiers, show your bravery. Victory is ours. Greatest moment in history. Quick march, quick march, quick march. Big bang in the distance. The battle is beginning. Up with the reserves. Looks through the telescope. Blind ant. Blank 2, 3, 4, blank. Increasing din. Chrysalis. Wild voices of the world be dumb. Your woes are at an end. I come. Chief Engineer. Reserves, stand to. Second Engineer. Issue a report. Second Engineer, in a loud voice. The battle has begun at last, under favorable weather conditions. Our heroic men are fighting in magnificent spirit. Chief Engineer. Right turn. Quick march. 1, 2, 1, 2. Faster, boys. Enter a messenger. Our right wing is retreating. The 5th Regiment is completely destroyed. Chief Engineer. According to plan. 6th Regiment replaced them. Tramp. Oh, yes. There was other reports that began. The regiment was butchered. According to plan. And after his battle, he'll go around and scan the corpses all heaped up. According to plan. Enter stretcher bearers with wounded. A wounded man. The 5th Regiment. Our regiment were all destroyed. Stop, stop. Telegraph instrument clatters. Signal officer, reading dispatch. 5th Regiment is destroyed. We await orders. 6th take its place. The Second Engineer. Issue a report. The battle is developing successfully. The 5th Regiment especially distinguished itself heroically repelling all attacks, whereupon it was relieved by the 6th. Bravo! I will decorate you with the Steel Cross. Thank you. I am only doing my duty. Journalist approaching with a notebook. I am a journalist. Shall we announce a victory? Yes. Successful operations, thanks to our plans prepared years ago. The admirable spirit of our forces, irresistible advance, the enemy demoralized. We will print everything. Good. We rely upon the cooperation of the press. Don't forget the admirable spirit. The press is performing its duty. Exit. Answer philanthropist with collecting box. Help the wounded. All for the wounded. Gifts for the wounded. Give to the wounded. Help for the cripples. 2nd Division attack. It must break through whatever the sacrifice. For our heroes. Help your brothers. Help the wounded. Tramp. War for the wounded. Coppers for the wounds. Help for the wounded. Give to the cripples. He tears off a button and puts it in the collecting box. All for the wounded. My last button for the war. Another wounded man. Oh, put me out of my misery, too. Aid the wounded. Telegraph instrument again. Signal officer. The right wing of the yellows is retreating.
Pursue them. Finish them off. Don't bother about prisoners. The enemy retiring in confusion. Our regiments in defiance of death, dodging his footsteps with splendid daring. 4th Levy. The 4th Regiment has invested the pine tree and has made a rear attack on the ant heap of the Yellows. The garrison is slaughtered. Raze it to the ground. Finish off the civilians. The enemy is overwhelmed. They've evacuated a foot of the furze bush. Victory is ours. Falls on knees and removes his helmet. Great God of the ants, thou hast granted victory to thy servants. I appoint thee honorary colonel. Jumps up. 3rd Division forward. All reserves forward. No prisoners. Forward. Again on his knees. Righteous God of strength, thou knowest that our holy cause. Jumps up. After them. After them. Attack them. Hunt them down. Slaughter everybody. The empire of the world is settled. Kneels. God of the ants, in this significant hour. Prays silently. Tramp, bending over him softly. Empire of the world. You miserable ant, you call this bit of clay and grass the world? This dirty little patch of soil? If I was to trample down all this here ant heap of yours and you with it, do you think that these here trees above you would notice it? Not they. Who are you? Only a voice. Though, yesterday, perhaps I was a soldier in another ant heap. What you think of yourself, conqueror of the world? Feel big enough? Don't that heap of corpses seem too small for your glory, your miserable image? I disregard you entirely. I proclaim myself emperor. The 2nd Division is asking for reinforcements. Our troops seem exhausted. They must hold out. Shoot down the defaulters. The 3rd Division has been thrown into confusion. An ant escapes across the stage. We're running away! Mobilize the nation. No, back! Save yourselves! Send the unfit to the front. Everyone must go. They're beating us! Run! They've surrounded us! Escape! To the west! Escape to the west! They've surrounded us from the west! Run to the east! Back to your places, to the front, face to the west. Crowd from right. Escape! They're hunting us down to the east! Crowd from left. To the west! Out of the way! They're here! The two streams begin to fight. Chief Engineer, shouting at them. Back, cowards, you cattle! I am your emperor! Lie down! Runs him through. Escape! 2nd Engineer runs in wounded. They've taken the city! Put out the lights! The Yellows, penetrating from both sides. Hurrah! The ant heap is ours! Lights go out. Confusion. Fight! Ah! Yellow Leader. Into the passage after them. Spare nobody, slaughter all the men. Shouts of slaughtering men. Ah! Blank two. Yellow Leader. After them. Murder them all. The din becomes more remote. Blank two. Light! Lights are lit. The foreground is empty. Corpses piled everywhere. Excellent, Yellows. All are slaughtered. Tramp. Chalk it, General. The victory of the Yellows. The victory of justice and progress. Ours is the path between the two blades of grass. The world belongs to us, Yellows. I proclaim myself ruler of the universe. Chrysalis. I. Yellow Leader, on his knees. Most righteous God of the ants, thou knowest that we fight only for justice, our victory, our national honor, our commercial interests. Tramp rushes out, kicks him over, and grinds him into pieces with his boot. Bah! You're insect! Epilogue. Death and Life. Scene, interior of the forest. Pitch black night. The tramp sleeping in the foreground. Tramp, speaking in his sleep. Chuck it, General! Been napping, have I? Crumbs, I feel cold. I'm sick, shivering all over. Where am I? Can't see me hands, it's so bloomin' dark. Who's that speaking? Hello? Who's talking? Nothing. No one anywhere. God, I'm scared. Where's the sky got to? There ain't no sky. Can't be dead, can I? Feel sick enough. For heaven's sake, a bit of light, just a glimmer. Wait. The light is coming. I can hear voices. Everywhere voices arc. I'm wounded. I'm thirsty. Army of Occupation, advance. My pile. Where's my pile? Iris. Give us a bit of light. I'm scared. Another cricket lived here a long time ago. Careful, Mumsy, careful. Aha! Got him. Water. And see that you take no prisoners. Iris. My pile. Where's my lovely pile? What's here? A flint. If only I could strike a spark from it, just one little spark of light. He strikes it upon another stone. Sparks burst forth. The forest is lit up. Thank heavens. Here's the light. Escape! Chrysalis. Who is calling me? I come, I come! My wings begin to sever, my outer sheath is torn! Voices of moths coming nearer and nearer. Into it, into it, into it! Wing your flight, into the ecstasy, into the heart of the light! I shall have life forever! I shall at last be born! Moths in a bevy fly amidst the light. They whirl around. Into it, into it, into it! Wing your flight, into the ecstasy, into the heart of the light! What are you? Moths? What do you want? Is it life? First moth, separating from the others. Ah! Stand still. We are struck from the dark, and again we expire. Each is a spark or an infinite fire. She falls dead. Chorus. And to flash from the forge for a moment and perish is all our desire. Why is she dead? She didn't want to die. Second moth, separating, etc. Ah! Stand still. We are drops on the crest of a fountain that leaps. She falls dead. Third moth, separating. We dance without rest and return to the deeps. Chorus. For life is eternal and rises from death where you think that it sleeps. Life is eternal. It cannot fail. All hail to life. Falls dead. Hail, all hail, all hail. Life and death. Seems they're both good if we know how to treat 'em. I'm a battered old moth, I am, but I'll dance with you. All hail to life. All hail, all hail. Moth after moth falls dead. Butterflies, beetles, moths, and men. Why can't we all live happy together? The world's big enough, and life could be happy for everything, if we had a bit of sense. All hail, all hail. Chrysalis, shrieking, Out of my way! Behold! She rends her husk and leaps forth as a moth. What? You, Chrysalis, really born? Chrysalis moth, whirling. Ah! Stand still. Oh light, oh love, oh ecstasy of being! Life has entered me! A few last moths. Enter life! All hail to thee! They fall dead. Chrysalis moth. Hearken, O heaven, O earth, give ear! I will proclaim a mystery here. I will solve all things. I will tell the whole world's meaning. Hearken well! She falls dead. Tramp, kneeling by the dead Chrysalis. Dead. She's dead too. Poor Chrysalis. And he had such hopes. What was he going to say, I wonder? They don't seem scared to death, these little mites don't. Life's a rapture to 'em, and death's a rapture. It's queer. Poor little mites all done for. Yeah? What's this? My turn, is it? Get off my chest, damn you. I won't die. Haven't I just learned how to live and let live? God, I feel sick. I can't be dying. It can't have come to me. Chuck it, you're strangling me. I know who it is. You're death. You want to cut me out, I know. Take that. Enter two snails. First snail. Stop. Someone's making a noise. Second snail. Come back. Come back. That's for you, Rattlebones. You felt that, eh? Here, get your knee off my chest. I only want to live. I won't give you my life, you old skull and crossbones. It's his foot is on my head. Falls. First snail. I say, snail. What? He's struggling with death. We'll have a look, eh? Let me live. What will it matter to you? Only this once till tomorrow. Let me breathe. Stop. Don't strangle me. I don't want to die. I haven't enjoyed life yet, not half. Falls. What fun, eh? I say, snail. What? He's done for. You strangle him out when he's down, do you, coward? Stop, let me tell you. All I want's another moment. Let me live. Go away. I want to tell you. I've learned how to live. Well, it's all up with him. Oh dear, what a misfortune. How we shall miss him, my dear. What are you talking about? It's nothing to do with us. That's what people say when somebody dies. Oh, yes. Well, we won't fuss about it. No. It's the way of the world. Dawn. Birds awaken.
Enter woodcutter. As I went down to Shrewsbury town, I came by luck. He sees the tramp's corpse. Hello, what's this? Boozed, is he? Yeah, wake up, mate. My word, he's dead. Poor old chap. Well, anyway, he'll have no more trouble. Enter a woman carrying a newborn baby. Morning, Peterwood. Why, what is the matter? Church bells. He's dead. Dead? Who is it? Only a tramp by the look of him. It gives me a turn. It's bad luck, you know. Here I am taking my sister's baby to be baptized and... One's born and another dies. No great matter, missus. It means bad luck. What's death? There's always people enough. Chucking the baby under the chin. Gee. Wait till you're grown up. I hope he'll be better off than we are, that's all. These taxes. Plenty of work. That's what he'll need. Voices of school children approaching. Here come the girls on the way to school. Quick, Peterwood, cover up that. They mustn't see it, poor dears. Enter some school children. They file across the stage singing, As I went down to Shrewsbury town, I came by luck on a silver crown. And what shall I buy with that, said I, what shall I buy in Shrewsbury town? As I went down to Shrewsbury town, I saw my love in a dimity gown, and all so gay I gave it away, my silver crown. During the song, one little girl gives a flower to the baby. This, after the singers have left the stage, the woman takes and lays on the body of the tramp. Curtain. And that is the end of the insect play, otherwise known as And So Ad Infinitum, an entomological review in 3 acts, a prologue, and an epilogue, by the Brothers Čapek. It was first produced at the Regent Theatre on the 5th of May, 1923, and was inspired by part of a poem by Dean Swift, which is, So, naturalists observe, a flea has smaller fleas that on him prey, and these have smaller still to bite him, and so proceed ad infinitum. This particular version was translated from the Czech by Paul Selver and adapted for the English stage by Nigel Playfair and Clifford Bax. I would like to apologize for the change in sound quality at the beginning of Act 3 and throughout most of Act 3, actually, because my computer decided to go on a little bit of a spaz trip on me and stop recording halfway through most of Act 3, so I had to go back later and re-record it because there wasn't anything there. So, once again, I'm sorry for that, and I tried to fix it as best as I could, but there's only so much knowledge that I have about mixing that I could apply to try and make it sound the same. But I'm glad that you made it to the end of the episode and that it wasn't too jarring for you. If you like what I do, please consider following, subscribing, whatever sort of ing on whatever social media you're using. If you like classical music and you are a fan of new classical music, I have some classical music up on Spotify. Just look at my name and you'll find it there. If you have any plays that you would like to suggest, or you have any plays of your own that you would like to have read, please consider emailing me them at bemuseartsinc@gmail.com. That's bemuseartsinc@gmail.com. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I hope to have you back in Brendan Moyer's Playwright Corner. Thank you.